When theology is rightly grasped, there are aspects of it that really it's just too difficult to say them straight-faced, just calmly. There are certain facts that God has revealed, especially when we look at the person and work of his son and how that impacts people like us. It ought to turn our normal language into song. And I've mentioned this quote many times before, but I'm going to mention it again. Medieval Bible translator Richard Rolle, an Englishman, said that he was compelled to sing what he once only had spoken. And that's really my goal as I look at these, and in a sense, my goal for our podcast is that having considered the truths of Christ in these four songs, when we come to the end, and someone perhaps would ask us, well, what was the podcast about? Or what were those chapters about? It would almost be inappropriate to explain it. We feel like we have to burst out in song. The joy that ought to fill our hearts. Good test for whether or not you've really understood what Isaiah has written is, would you prefer to sing it? Second, songs are poetry. And so God gives the prophet the task of putting these truths into poetic form. And poetry really is so helpful for us as believers because it brings these great, massive truths down into small pictures. And now they're portable. So when we think of the doctrine of the crucifixion of Christ, the atoning death of Jesus, the propitiatory work of Christ, you go to Isaiah 53, and in verse 10, you read that it was the Father's good pleasure to crush him. And there are so many doctrines involved there. God pleased from eternity past to offer the Son as the sacrifice, if he would offer himself as our sin offering, so that we would not bear that penalty. And so that very simple picture carries all those truths. Well, thank you for watching the clip. We hope that it was helpful for you. If you want to hear the full audio of that podcast, you can find it on any of your favorite podcast apps.